Hello! I am filming this on Sunday and it's going out tomorrow. Thank you, Matt, for a fast edit. I am just trying to generate some sales, to be quite honest. What I did last night is I decided to up my share schedule. So I use Poshmark VA to share my closet, so it's automated. And I had previously only had it sharing 3 times a day, which was fine when I had 2,000 pieces of inventory, but now I'm really down to like 1,000 listings. So I increased it to, I think 6 or 7 times a day. And then I have been really bad about sending offers on Mercari. So I decided to just now go through and send out offers on items that have likes. And then I'm also going to send, with Poshmark VA, sent out bulk offers, 40% off of items that I've had for 30 days or longer. So hopefully all of those efforts produce a few sales. But this is the second weekend in a row where I have more sales on eBay than Poshmark. So, you know, I'm feeling the effects of, I think, the change. I also, just started getting back in the swing of listing, but all things being equal on all platforms, it seems like, Poshmark is affected by that change. So what I need to do today is I'm going to do a little chatty work with me video. I don't have a ton of time to work because I did go on a hike this morning, which was great and very much needed. But I have so many things to list. I'm actually going to grab the camera and show you everything I need to photograph this week. I don't know, I won't get to all of it this week, but I need to photograph as soon as possible. And then I actually have a haul of Crossroads stuff that I want to show you. Today's Sunday. I was supposed to put out my podcast today. I think my podcast episodes are going to come out on Sundays. And if you're like, podcast, what are you talking about? I just started a podcast, and in fact, there's a YouTube channel that I created for my podcast in case you want to listen to it over there, but you can also listen to it on Spotify and Apple Music. I'll link that up on the screen in case you want to check it out. The first episode was all about the Poshmark fee structure change, and then this week's episode was supposed to be about my business model change, because I am going, after I list all this stuff, going to change my business model, I think. And then there's a bunch of reasons why, and then there's a bunch of, other subsequent changes that I'm making due to that. But maybe I'll talk a little bit about that today, but really I think that episode is going to come out next Sunday. So, and then I think the next episode I want to be about motherhood, juggling motherhood and reselling. So if you have any questions pertaining to those two things, you can go to mogibeth.com/podcast and leave me a message. But otherwise, I'm just really excited to get to recording and get that podcast going. I've been really enjoying it. So, but we're not doing a podcast today. We are doing photographing, and then I'll do a haul. So let me show you what I've got. Okay, so yesterday I taped up all of these boxes here. I mean, this is even more inventory I can't hang up because I don't have hangers. But I have all of this. Actually, this stuff needs to be steamed still, even though it should be easy to steam. And Matt is doing my steaming for me these days, which is very much appreciated. This has all been steamed. So this all needs to be photographed. But first, I'm actually going to photograph, I have a bunch of shoes and then miscellaneous items over here. So hats and scarf. I have like wallpaper, and like other new tag crate and barrel items that I got from my mom's house. She was gonna get rid of them, so I was like, oh, I'll just throw them up on eBay, etc. This is a Varley sweater that needs a lot of sweater shaving. I started working on it yesterday, but I don't think I'm gonna. It needs I think I did this sleeve only, but as you can see here, there's a decent amount of sweater shaving that needs to be done. So I won't get to that today. This is Crossroads stuff. And then this is the Crossroads stuff I bought that I'm really excited to show you in the haul. So I've got a decent amount of stuff there that I'm really excited to hang up, but I can't hang it up right now because I don't have space. So we've got a photograph and chit chat, and then hang it up and I'll show you. Okay, break. Okay, I'm just gonna be, I guess on my knees for these photos of shoes. Oh no, I have my timer on. I really try to save my shoes for like a day like today when I can do a bunch at one time, because they are very different than my normal system. Okay, actually I might just be bending over. I used to just, maybe I should get a chair, sit in a chair for shoes. Billy came with me to the office the other day to do shipping. On Friday, we did a whole family day. Well, the lighting's horrible because I'm like backlit. Yeah, on Friday we didn't work, and we just took a day to be with family. And it was so nice. I ended the day and I was just like, I wish every day could be like that, which is part of what, there's a lot of things that are acting as the impetus for a change in my business model. You know, Poshmark fee structure being one, but also just realizing my limitations, working within my limitations, and wanting to work less. You know, I really like time when we can all be together. And so it would be nice for all of us to be able to take one day off a week, because right now Matt and I both work every single day of the week. But anyway, we started the day, I kind of damaged these. This upper is like a little wrinkled, I think, from being in the bag, or maybe I bought it like that. These are from a thrift with me that I did. I'll link up on the screen. But we started the day by going to breakfast, which was so nice. Our favorite breakfast spot is Gigi's in Hillsdale, if you're familiar with Portland area. And then Billy actually came with me to the office for a little bit because I had some eBay packages to ship. And so she came with me. She put the shipping label on the package so well. And we went to the post office, dropped it off, and then we went to the library and did library story time. And then went back, the kids took a nap, had lunch, and then we went to the pumpkin patch. It was so fun. And really, I mean, Billy was just thriving. She's 2 now. And every single day, it just seems like she's capable of more and more. It blows us away. That was such a nice day, and I would like to be able to do that every week, honestly. That shouldn't be that too much to ask. But when you own your own business, it's really, you know, hard to draw those boundaries for yourself and work within them, because it does hurt your income. Unless you can try to work more efficiently, which is part of my whole new strategy. Another thing that's really kind of messing with me is the fact that the sun doesn't rise till 7:30. I really want to get up early and go work out before the kids wake up at 7, but I can't. Like, it's dark, and I really like to do cardio outside. And then I do weights in the garage, which I could probably do when it's dark, but man, it's hard to get up when it's dark. Maybe I should just suck it up and try to make myself do it. If you work out, especially if you have a busy schedule, when do you work out? Do you work out like first thing in the morning? Especially if you have kids, when do you work out? Especially if you have kids that aren't going to school yet. When do you work out? It's like really important to me, but it's hard to do. Okay. I did see, so there have been a few things that have been pointed out to me since I launched that podcast about the Poshmark fee structure change. I still don't really quite know how, when I send an offer to someone and it has a shipping discount, that buyer gets the shipping discount and I'm not charged for the shipping discount. Similarly, when you like go try to make an offer on something, you'll see it, you'll get a shipping discount as long as that person is a Poshmark ambassador. Why? So I don't know why with bundles that's not applying, or at least in my case it didn't apply. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure on, some people tried to explain to me, but then it wasn't, those explanations didn't necessarily hold water when I tested it out. So I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't apply with bundles. But anyway, something that was pointed out to me was Poshmark actually released a little banner. I only saw it one time and then I couldn't find it again, saying that they were listening to us with the fee structure change, and they were like, you know, I don't know, taking it into consideration. I forget exactly the wording, but I don't know exactly what that means. I mean, what it could mean is that, so I met up with a friend who's not a reseller this past week. She just sells her kids' clothes as her kid grows out of them, buys new kids' clothes, etc. And so she's just a casual seller and buyer. She was saying, I'm just not going to use Poshmark anymore. The fees make it prohibitive for me to buy something, you know, in that price range, which kids' clothes, you know, typically isn't that expensive. Which was eye-opening to me, because I think, yeah, resellers can be up in arms and so forth about changes, but then sometimes customers don't even notice it. But this one, customers are definitely noticing it. And I think this is having probably a bigger impact on sales than Poshmark anticipated. I think it is business model specific, so different price points are probably being affected more. But yeah, I think it could potentially be hurting Poshmark's bottom line, and it's definitely hindering Poshmark's ability to grow. It just might be a really bad change long term for them. Not for us, but just for Poshmark specifically. Like, they can certainly afford to lose some customers, but not, I don't know. They could just slowly lose a lot of customers, especially if there's one platform that really holds off on implementing any buyer's fees, like eBay. But another thing that was pointed out to me by some of y'all is that eBay is testing buyer's fees in the UK. So if they all have buyer's fees, if all platforms have buyer's fees, I mean, I think, you know, some customer, there is a certain percentage of the customer base that will just adjust. But then there's some that just might not buy pre-owned anymore, because it's all with these fees. It's oftentimes just as cheap to buy new, like on sale. So, and you don't have to do the mental calculus every time you try to go make a purchase when you're buying from Nordstrom Rack, etc. The price is the price. You don't have to worry about all these hidden fees. And it becomes really almost like hidden fees when you talk about live selling, because you buy something and that offer is binding, and it doesn't tell you up front what those additional fees are going to be. So I'm sure live sellers are getting a lot more. I'm not a live seller. I really don't know. I've never done a live sale on Poshmark, so I really can't speak to it. But if I were to guess, live sellers are getting a lot more requests for cancellations and just headaches. If nothing else, Poshmark needs to be more transparent with their fees. I am curious, for those of y'all who don't cross-list too many platforms, has this change made you want to cross-list more? And where are you thinking about cross-listing? It's definitely making me think more about eBay and how to be successful over there. I'm watching more videos on YouTube about, you know, different strategies to try out in order to increase sales on eBay. I still really haven't mastered eBay. I feel like I could be doing a lot better over there, but I don't know. If you have any eBay tips, leave them down below. Currently on eBay, I did change all of my listings to be 30-day returns and 1-day shipping, because I thought that would make me like super prime top rated, or whatever it's called, super top rated. I don't know. I don't see that on my listings though, so I don't know if I did it right. I might need to go back and look. But then I do require the buyer to pay for return shipping. Okay, so my camera overheated, and while I was letting it cool off, I just went ahead and finished photographing everything. So here is my final result. Shoes here, shoes, all of that stuff that I mentioned. I'm not really quite sure how I'm going to ship that wallpaper. That's the problem about going outside of, you know, what you typically do, is that you need whole other systems, especially when it comes to storage and shipping for it. But it's fine. I will figure it out. I'm probably going to do calculated shipping for it though. Stuff like this though, this is Crate and Barrel placemats. Easy. I can store that in an oversized bag and just ship it. I mean, it's linens and stuff like that. It's easy. I think I'm going to move these shoes over here. I'm gonna have to have a big inventorying day because I'm not doing inventorying today. But this is so that I can put my clothes here, because now I'm going to photograph clothes. So I also have to move this table out of the way. It's over there. I might also switch out my battery. That camera. I am really excited about my business model change though. I mean, I think there's certain things I'm kind of sad about it, but for the most part, change to me is always exciting. I always get excited with big changes like this, at least, you know, initially for the first 2 months. But it's a good time too to be doing this because I have 2 months left in the year. And I'll probably maybe reevaluate at the end of January and see if I want to continue doing this. A big factor in what I do choose to do though is, do I enjoy it? Because when I was doing liquidation, I really just did not enjoy it whatsoever. And then it was like, okay, well then why am I reselling? Like the whole reason I went into this industry is because I like it. I enjoy it. Otherwise, I could go into a much more stable, profitable industry. But I enjoy it. It gives me freedom and flexibility. And so Matt asks me all the time, do you like reselling? And I'm like, I honestly love reselling. I feel like I give myself permission to do what I love every day, and it's a great feeling. Okay, actually I'm gonna hang this one up here. So I just have 2 command hooks, one here, one here. And depending on how long the garment is, I hang on one or the other. That's a universal standard dress. I think that was in the same, no, it was in another thrift with me that I did a while ago. Okay, let me change the battery on this. Something I mentioned, actually, it was in the cutting room floor of my first podcast, or actually it was in one of my, I literally recorded that podcast 4 times. So, which is kind of good because I feel like it came out well, but kind of not, because I hope it doesn't create the expectation that I'm going to be that succinct and articulate every single time, because I probably won't be. Not that I was like the most articulate ever, whatever, you get my point. After you've said something 4 times, you get better at saying it. But something that I said in one of my 3 versions that got not used was how, and I'll probably talk about this in a podcast in the future too, how we live in a period of time in which reselling is possible. Because 30 years ago, before the internet was mainstream and eBay existed, I'm not quite sure how old eBay is, but reselling, you know, other than just owning a brick and mortar store or a booth at a flea market or something, but reselling to the population at large was not a option. It wasn't really much of a profession. And so now we exist in this time period in which it is a profession, and AI and bots haven't advanced enough to displace our job. Because eventually robots could do this a whole lot more efficiently than we can. And I really think, I mean, I have a whole, you know, where I think reselling is going, and the concept I have for a reselling platform. I would love to do an episode on that. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to hear me dive deep into that. But I really think that it's going to look a whole lot different than it does today. And so changes like this one on Poshmark make me really realize, like, how it is now is not how it's always going to be, not how it's going to be in 5 years, definitely not how it's going to be in 10 years. So just enjoy it as it is now. I am not saying that resellers won't have a job in 10 years. I think they will, but it will look different. I do think reselling might be one of the last to get displaced, just because it is so labor intensive. And you kind of do need, like, not just machine learning bots with a lot of computing power, you actually need like physical labor for this job. So I think we have some job security as opposed to, you know, other professions which can easily be displaced by computers. Eventually, like, these should all just be on conveyors and just be like, why waste our valuable life on Earth photographing when it literally can be done by a robot? Okay, well, I'm going to try to photograph as many clothes as I can. I'll probably set a timer. Let's see, what time is it? Probably set a timer for, honestly, like 10 minutes. See how many I can do. If I could do 5, skip these. 5 in 10 minutes, I think I would have enough hangers to hang this stuff up. Okay, set a 10-minute timer and bust out as much as I can. That is a productivity hack. I say this in every work with me video, but set a timer and just hyper focus on what you're doing. Okay, let's do it. Okay, timer is up. I photographed 5 in 10 minutes. That's not bad. That's about what it takes, 2 minutes per item for me. Okay, is that slow or fast? Let me know. I'm gonna go upload. I upload my photos to a Google Drive because I edit and do all my listing at home, so it allows me to work in both places. But okay, I am going to do that and then hang up the things for Crossroads and do a haul. All right. Okay, so I recently went to both locations of Crossroads and took stuff from the bins there that I had purchased at the bin specifically to take there. And so all of my cost of goods on this stuff is going to be a converted cost of goods, which means that it's partially subsidized by taking stuff to the bins and having to essentially just pay less, because I take a $1 item to Crossroads. They give me, you know, $9, and so I can leverage that $9 to, you know, buy more inventory. If you are confused by what I'm saying, I actually did a video in which I talk more about this, and I provide my spreadsheet, which I'll link up on the screen. But just a few stats, which is also on the spreadsheet. I took 53 items. They accepted 20 and rejected 33, which was a 37.74% acceptance rate, which I think historically isn't that far off. Yeah, I've had worse, I've had better. I'm gonna try to get to that number to increase though, so we'll see. The trade-in credit I received though from those 20 items was $206.25. So I spent $18.79 on those items, and I got $200 in return. So that's why I'm able to, you know, have a converted cost of goods. So, and then I spent an additional, I in total spent $279.13. So I spent about $72 and something on this stuff out of pocket. So let's just start here. This is one of my favorite finds. How cute is that print? I love the colors. As you'll see, I'm really into brown these days. This is one of my favorite things to pick up from Crossroads, and it's Anthropology, made by Anthropology, and this is a size large petite, new with tags, and it retailed for $148. I did check comps on this dress. It's a newer style, but I think it's going to do really well. I can't remember exactly for how much, but I want to say between like $60 and $100, which is good. I didn't check comps on this one, but I wanted to pick it up. I love finding things that are the by Anthropology line, and this is a size 12, which is a good size, and it was half off. Oh, so let me tell you, my converted cost of goods on that shirt dress new with tags is $20.55. My cost of goods on this one is $7.59. So I really like selling newer Anthropology pieces, especially more substantial ones like coats and dresses. But yeah, I'm really, really excited for this one. Another thing I really like selling is Free People, especially Free People Beach. And this is a jumpsuit, really cute. It is extra small. And when I was reviewing the items I have from Crossroads still that haven't sold, almost all of them were extra small. So I do want to be more selective with extra smalls that I pick up in the future, but I think this one will still do well. I mean, Free People is very oversized. And if worse comes to worse, if it doesn't sell, which I'm fairly certain it will, I can keep it. I would wear that next summer. And also, you know, it is a summery piece, but that's okay. It was $28.84 half off, and so my converted cost of goods was $8.85, which is great. Similarly, I got this new with tag Free People romper. This is maybe my favorite piece from the haul. I really want to keep it, but I'm not going to. And it was also $28.84 half off, so what, the $8.85. But I am obsessed with the hot pink and maroon and cream plaid on this, and it's just like a 100% cotton waffle knit construction. I love this. I don't know, I might keep it. No, I won't. I need to sell it. So really, really, really cute. This is a brand I love picking up, but I've actually never picked it up new with tag, and this must be a newer style. I don't actually know how the newer styles perform. It's Jam's World. But because it was new with tag half off, I decided to go ahead and pick it up. So it was $23.18 half off, which means my cost of goods was $7.11. And look how cute that is. So, so, so cute. It is Capri, size small. I don't know. Jam's World, Honolulu. So really, really cute. This is what the tag looks like. Again, more summery, but you know, when you buy off-season, when you buy summer things in the middle of winter and fall, you can find better inventory for cheaper and vice versa. So while, you know, of course I want to find jackets and coats, I'm fine picking up things that are going to sell really well in February, March. Okay, this is something I've never found at Crossroads, but it's Aina for McDougall. McDougall is a really good bolo brand to know. They specialize in formal wear, especially like really beautiful beaded embroidered gowns. This is kind of their diffusion line, but it still retails for hundreds of dollars. And I think this one should sell, you know, somewhere between $70 and $100. And they had it for about $19. So my converted cost of goods was $11.70, but it's a really, really pretty mini dress. I don't know. I was kind of on the fence on whether I should pick this up because typically with McDougall and other formal wear brands, I really like to stick to maxi dresses. So we'll see how this does. What's the size on this? 10, which is not bad. But I did really think it was beautiful. It has this metallic throughout, and it's this really beautiful floral pattern with a lot of, you know, pleated detailing, button detailing, tiered, really pretty. I did make a point to pick up 2 Reformation pieces. I could have picked up more, but I tried to pick up the ones I love the most. This one, and that were like reasonably priced, is new with tag. It's called the Rosamund dress in Serpent. Retails for $278. I thought this was so, so cute. It's got the smocking detail, the puff sleeve, the smocking detail on the sleeves there. They had it at $33.48, so I got it for $20.55. But then the one I'm really excited about is this brown one. I'm obsessed with brown, and it is this tiered dress with the ruffle detailing, and it was $43.78, so it's not even new with tags, and it was more expensive. I didn't even check comps on it. Maybe that was a bad decision, but ended up being $26.87 with my converted cost of goods. Reformation just does well for me, especially if you find really cute pieces, so sometimes I'm willing to pay up. We'll see how they do. Oh my gosh, this is my first time selling this brand. I'm really, really excited. Sleeper. This is, if you don't know this brand, this is a definite Bolo brand. You're probably going to come across it in the pajama section, but it is very expensive, and they're known for these feather pajamas, essentially. I think this was maybe part of a set, but I just got the pants, and it still should do really well. This is a size extra large. They only had it priced at $19. So my converted cost of goods was $11.70. But I think when I was just quickly checking available comps, people are listing it for over $100. So, we'll see. This is another like extra small situation, size 2 Lululemon, but it is a newer style, and it was half off, and it's really nice. So I decided to go ahead and pick it up. There is Lululemon. It's a pair of olive green leggings that are seamed along the front. And yeah, it's $23.18 half off. So it was $7.11. I couldn't leave it behind. Okay, this is something that I don't know why I picked up. If I take it, I might want to take it back, honestly. I don't know why I picked this up. I think I was thinking I was going to get it for me, but I don't even think these would fit me. I don't know, maybe I'll try them on. They're Everlane. I'm really into redoing my closet right now, and I want to incorporate a lot of Everlane into my closet, especially pants. They're really cute, white corduroy pants in good condition. They were $24.72 half off. So I don't know, my cost of goods was under $10, but I can't, people are listing this pair of pants for $40, so probably selling in the $28 range. So I don't know. I should either return it or keep it, but I might just have to go ahead and list it. Okay, whenever I see this brand, I pick it up. And that is Doen. And I, paid up for these. They're $28.84, and these don't even retail for a lot, but I'm pretty sure they're still going to do well, sell really fast, even if I don't make a ton of money from them. There are these leggings, this pointel knitted legging in excellent condition, 100% organic cotton, extra small, but I still think it will do well. And then finally, and this is something I did buy for myself because this is my favorite style of Everlane pants that at least I've tried. This is the Everlane Utility Barrel Pant. It actually resells really well too, so if you come across it at Goodwill or something, I would recommend picking up. And this is like, I think the rosewood color. It's in really good condition. The only problem, I might just sell it if it doesn't fit. It's a size 8, and I currently wear a size 6, so I don't know if I'll try it on, see if it'll work. But if not, I know, because I've liked a bunch recently, that it'll sell in the $35, $40 range. So, but yeah, that was my haul from Crossroads. I had a really successful trip, got a lot of good stuff that should hopefully sell really well, and didn't have to spend a lot of money doing it. So that's a win-win in my book. But anyways, I've got to go home, eat lunch, play with my baby girls. I'm thinking about taking them to Goodwill today. We'll see. I have some things to return. But anyways, thanks so much for joining me. Stay tuned for the next podcast. Subscribe to the podcast channel if you haven't already. And I will see y'all in the next one. Okay, love y'all. Bye.